in retrospect it seemed early, but I think even then it felt like I'd been doing it for a pretty long time.
What do you
Well,
mean?
compared to the other people who were around me, and like Mickle Pickle and Jashish, they were doing really well, and that made me think, made me feel like I'd been around a fair bit longer than them.
Right,
And so, like, they were having success, and I was getting a little bit towards, at the end of 2013, start of 2014, on Mr. Mabini, and started having an actual audience, and that was good. And then decided to go to SAIM Industries because I was really excited about the direction we were starting to take SAIM Industries. Because, that was really, really early in SAIM Industries things, in terms of
yeah.
the video, when we actually started making videos on a regular basis. That basically
It's a good time.
when Frank left and went to America.
Yep.
That
When we got rid of the dead weight.
Yeah. We got rid of the dead
Can we
weight.
start a conspiracy theory that we hate him? That'd be funny. We don't hate him. We're still probably mildly in contact with him.
Yeah. It's on Discord.
He's just, he's living his American-filled life.
Yeah, he's dodging fireballs.
Something like that.
That's what happens in America, isn't it?
I don't know. Probably. Sounds legit to me.
But I think that's the only regret that I've got for my personal channels is sort of making the jump from my own channels to SAIM Industries and focusing on SAIM.
Okay. Consider it to be a
it was really good.
decision.
I think it was really good for SAIM. I don't think it was really good for my personal channels because I think that eventually when I came back, all of the people who were watching my channels when I stopped uploading, 3 years later they weren't there. And so you got to build back up.
It's always a risk with YouTube, I suppose.
But we haven't had to do that for SAIM because we've just sort of keep trucking along.
Yeah. Constant uploads help the grind go by. I don't know what this saying is. It's good for YouTube. They like it.
Yeah.
It's how you can sustain yourself. Even though it's how YouTubers who make big content sustain themselves with Let's Plays. Even though our SAIM Industries is not monetized and does not help us in any way.
No.
Not yet, at least. I can see it popping off.
What? SAIM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but SAIM has only gotten better. It has never deteriorated, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I say that what I mean by that is it's constantly its best self. It's getting better.
I think
I think it's gotten to the point where I don't know what's bad about it.
the video games.
Yeah,
That's the bad bit.
The only thing I think is bad about it right now
Mm.
is we need 2 pairs of headphones, so we don't have to have the game audio playing in the background. We can just have the actual fucking thing. It's really annoying because of the syncing issues, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah. It's Stephanie's problem.
It is.
But I think we're recording better, and I think that obviously
we got a better microphone.
Yeah.
We're doing have better edits. We have better thumbnails.
Yeah.
We have, I think our commentary just in general from just doing it for so long is even better.
Yeah.
I think we have better equipment for recording because now we have the Elgato. We can record other video games that are more modern and stuff. And we have a fairly consistent upload schedule. Well, it's kind of been up and down this year, but for the most part.
I think a major part of that has made our recordings better, that we're recording better, is that through having done all of these sort of long-running series and big recording sessions, we have become closer friends.
Probably.
Because we're spending more time together talking about crap.
We were pretty close friends beforehand. I want to point out that's why we started the channel in the first place.
But we had a conversation recently where I think in late high school we weren't talking as much as we thought we were. Like,
Yeah, I
we would
suppose so.
hang out and we would talk about stuff. We wouldn't have a proper talk. And I think that through doing SAIM Industries, we have more regular, proper talks about the important things in life.
It's true. It's true.
And
I said this in a same session, but you know, high school was a different time. We were both. I wouldn't say either of us were acting at our best capacities.
No.
If that makes sense.
No, well, we're always constantly learning, and in high school, we're just a pair of idiots.
Exactly.
Just a couple of naive teenagers.
Fucking freaks.
Just finding our own ways, going in different directions, finding ourselves.
I mean, literally, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that, I think that SAIM has been a very great thing for the both of us, and that because of that, it has made SAIM better.
Yeah.
Because because then we're spending more time together, so we grow, and then we invest that back into SAIM.
It's genuine,
yeah.
You know? And sometimes you don't get that with, like, Let's Players and stuff, or anyone that has, I'm not saying that, like, I see it often or anything like that, but, like, if you have a collaborative channel, sometimes, you know, you get that impression that the two people, like, they're not friends.
Yeah.
They're just kind of doing it because they have to, you know? But I don't think they're like that. I think I don't know. I think it's perfect. It's just us. It's really just us fucking chilling, happening to record it, like right now, for instance.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's really good. I think that that's the kind of quality that I always like in YouTube videos, is to be able to tell that the person's put their heart in it. And I think with SAIM, it's just pure, genuine enjoyment and all that other kind of sappy shit. You get it.
Yeah. But I think we don't talk about everything on SAIM. You always got to keep things to yourself. So I didn't talk about difficulties that I was having while they were happening. I always wait until after they've happened and then I'd talk about it. Like when I've had time to reflect on them, which like I did with my crush.
I don't know, man. I don't know if people realize this, and I don't know what other Let's Players are like, but we recently we had a recording session where we recorded for 7 hours straight with no break.
Yeah, that's great.
We just kept going.
But then we had like another one that was after that was like 6 hours.
That was 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, you know, we can just keep going.
Because like the last time that we had a really long one was Majora's Mask.
Yeah, man. We should do Majora's Mask again. That'd be fun.
Do it again. Can we do a 10-year anniversary for Majora's Mask or something? Or a 5-year anniversary for Majora's Mask?
Maybe. We should do Synergy again. That'd be appropriate, I reckon.
We're getting really close to needing to record Twilight Princess. Or just
Half-Life 2. Sorry?
We're getting really close to needing to record Twilight Princess soon.
Wow, spoilers.
Spoilers.
I don't know when this video comes out. It's possible that by the time...
Is it spoilers? We have been talking about it pretty much ever since we recorded Twilight Princess.
We kind of talk about it.
We occasionally mention, oh, by the way, we did a recording session.
Well, it's happening soon.
It's happening soon.
And I gotta make a freaking thumbnail for it. Ugh. Actually, you know what? I have a little list of things to draw. I'll add that to it.
I think that
Twilight Princess.
Are you going to be the Twilight and I'll be the princess?
No. Well, alright then. I'll draw you as Midna.
Yeah.
I was thinking one guy could be Link and the other one could be Wolf Link, but if you want to be Midna.
I thought that was our... I think we have talked about what the thumbnail is going to be, but it was a while ago.
Have we? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, can someone dig that up?
Or maybe I'm confusing with like the ukulele one. Or
the ukulele one was easy because I just drew you as Laylee and me as Yuka.
Yeah, that was easy. Was there one where we're like riding one another or something? I
On the Sonic Adventure one, you're on top of my head while I'm racing Sonic.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking of?
Oh no. So Mario Odyssey, I am the hat, and
you're the hat.
I am the hat.
That was I want to clarify. That was by his request.
Yes.
You said you wanted to be the hat, so I'm like, all right, then, if you want. Anyway, so yeah, Twilight Princess is coming with an awesome new thumbnail that's been done by then, I guess.
Tell you what, the Sonic Adventure 2 battle ones, they're not much of a thumbnail compared to the way you do them now.
Well, those ones are interesting because they were literally the first things I drew with my tablet when I first got it.
Right.
So I was still kind of learning how to use it and shit. So they were pretty basic, but they're kind of proof of concept, if you could call it that, sort of an experimental thing. Yeah. But it was also a nice way of just kind of being able to change it.
Yeah. Well, they are probably
the whole thing with the whole thing about changing backgrounds and stuff like that for thumbnails. There's not like a formula to that. I just randomly come up with ideas. Like Borderlands 3 does not have a changing thumbnail other than Aaron not being in it, and I keep thinking like maybe I should do something for it, but I can't think of anything. So it's just staying this static image of 500 episodes of the exact same thing.
Oh well. Can that be?
And Borderlands 2.
Can we rename SAIM Industries to 500? No, we can change that to the channel line. It'd be like 500 episodes of the exact same thing. That'd be great.
I'd love it. I made a whole thumbnail for Please Don't Touch Anything as well. Because I rewatched that the other day.
Yeah.
Pretty good video, I'd have to say. Kinda, not really actually. I was watching it and I was like, wow, that quality was terrible. We had the media mic. It's just like, it's like, you know what I mean?
Big spewer.
Yeah, it was actually. Oh man, Spewer's a fun playthrough. Where you get horrendously sick halfway through it.
Yeah, you got a big stomach cramp.
Yeah.
I think I might have been from having too much gluten or something.
You did eat like a whole pizza.
Yeah. Because I don't know if that was a gluten-free pizza. I thought it was.
I thought it was as well. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the thumbnails deteriorate the further back you go. There was a point for a while where I just didn't give a shit. I just it's fucking AIM Industries. I don't care. This is made whatever.
I'll just go back to
now I put effort into them, and I give them nice shading. I put in nice anatomy, shading, highlights. I do the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And even then, sometimes they look like crap. But you know, whatever.
Well, 3 years ago.
Like the Borderlands 3 thumbnail, I don't know if anyone fucking notices this. I redrew every single fucking rose by hand. It took a whole night just to do those, and then like another night to color them.
Yeah.
No one's gonna notice or care, but I did it because I'm a stickler for quality.
So why didn't that make it into an episode of speed art?
Because I didn't record it, and I don't know. I don't really do that series anymore. Because I don't know. I guess I could do it for SAIM thumbnails, but I kind of feel that no one cares about SAIM thumbnails enough to watch them.
It's just about what you want to do.
I only really made them on like typically only on like fan art and stuff.
Yeah. Like we keep on saying SAIM Industries because that's what it's called now. But wonder what if we went back like 3 or 4 years, what would past us say? Would we laugh and be like, that's a hilarious
thing? Call it AIM Industries. That's what it was called.
Well, yeah, that's what it was called then, but what would past us say about like what we've done now?
I don't know. Probably say, oh, okay, that makes sense.
If we explained it. Rather than just if they logged in and onto YouTube one day, onto the AIM account and accidentally found themselves in a future version of the account. They'd be like, whoa, what the heck?
They'd know. They'd be like,
Well, first of all, they'd be like, wow, 279 subscribers. I know I'd probably like flip my shit. Just like,
They'd be like, "What's the S?" And we'd be like, "Ah, Stephanie joined," and they'd be like, "Ah, yes."
and then we
I want to talk. I want to say something about Stephanie. Sometimes we shoot the shit on our show. Sometimes we say pretty fucking gnarly shit to each other. And considering Stephanie is not in the room, it can sound kind of weird. But I want to clarify, and I really, really want to enforce this. That Stephanie is a really, really, really good friend of ours. We've all known each other for the exact same amount of time.
Yeah.
And she is a very old friend of ours. Yeah. She'll never be on a show like this because it doesn't interest her. But yeah, we're all like, we're three besties. We're all inseparable. Just want to clarify that.
Yeah.
But she's like she's a childhood friend of ours.